Welcome back to Weird Stories on the Internet. Today we're looking at a crazy story about a man who claims to have fallen in love with his maid, possibly in the country of Mexico, because that's what we got. This has 6.6 million views. It's one of the most viral videos on the internet, and I'm always here to decide, are they real or are they fake stories, because they claim they're real. Today we're gonna get to the bottom of this and see, what's it like when you fall in love with your maid? Does this have anything to do with it? Are there conjoined twins? What really is going on inside of this Mexico man's home? Let's find out.
Hey, I'm from Mexico, and my family is kind of wealthy. That's why we have a maid living with us who does the housework. She also has a daughter called Maria, who's 1 year older than me.
Wow. Nice drawing.
We never talked much because Maria wasn't allowed to leave her small chamber unless she helped with the housework or had to go to school.
Small
chamber?
chamber?
I know, we didn't treat her well. But a few months ago, she started giving me eye contact.
What? We had a girl that lived in our house in a small chamber, and then she looked at me. Like, dude, this is a really weird start.
And I always smiled back at her.
Okay.
I mean, she was quite beautiful. I even tried talking to her, but she was too shy and couldn't bring out a single word. But one Saturday morning, she came into my room to bring me breakfast.
Oh, this is such a weird story, man. These are uncomfortable to watch, but like, I don't know. We're gonna do it, guys.
I told
so stick
her,
with me. All right, let's go.
Oh, wow, that looks awesome. Thank you so much. That's when I noticed that she was wearing a rather
Oh, why is this on YouTube?
revealing outfit. She put the breakfast on my bed.
Actually, that's pretty legit. Salad for breakfast? I ain't about that life, but like, I'll eat it. All right.
Bowed down and said, "Sir, can I do you any other favor?"
Oh my gosh. I understand why it has 6.8 million views now, because 13-year-olds.
Wow. I could see her bra, and it was
What kind of line is that? What? Who writes this? How is it? How can you write this? Literally, how can you write? How can a human being create this? I'm sorry.
so arousing. I offered her to sit down on my bed and eat the breakfast with me together. It was the first
What a
time we had
camera
a
shot.
real
Oh my
conversation. And after a few minutes, she said, "It's very cold in here." I responded, "I'm sorry, the air conditioning is too strong, but you can come under my blanket."
Someone had to review this. Literally, I'm sorry, but someone wrote this story and the boss looked at it and read it and said, "That's it, make it, that's it." And he was right. Actually got 7 million views. So, you know what? I'm the crazy one.
And suddenly, we were laying right next to each other with my legs touching hers. I even put my hand on her thighs. Things were great until my mom came into the room. She saw us and said, "Oh my God, what are you doing? How can you sleep with a girl like her?"
Oh.
Maria was so embarrassed. She
Oh,
ran
man.
outside. Meanwhile, I tried to explain to my mom that we hadn't slept with each other. But my mom responded,
Oh my gosh.
"She only wants to
What?
get pregnant by you, so she gets our money." Wow.
That's a
My
storyline though, like for real, like that's crazy.
mom always saw the worst in other people. No wonder she was a terrible person herself. I mean, our maid was living with us for 5 years, and we still
Jeez.
treated her like a worthless servant.
That's awful. I want to get a maid one day. I really do, because I can't clean. Like if you saw how messy, like you can see me, but you can't see the rest of my apartment. I'll tell you right now. That ain't it, folks. I need help.
My family didn't even pay for Maria's school fees. But I liked her a lot, and we started seeing each other in secret.
Okay.
I still
Got a
remember
little Romeo and Juliet story, maybe. Perhaps this was inspired by Romeo and Juliet, and at the end, they will both die by drinking poison.
first time she came into my room at night. She was still shy and only said, "Hey." I stood up and said, "Wow, you look beautiful." But she was so nervous, she couldn't even look me in the eyes.
If I met a girl and she was like, I'd be like, "Yo, you good? What's wrong with your hands? You good?"
I had never felt more aroused.
Okay.
She was wearing a short black dress, and I couldn't help myself.
What is this?
I put my hand on her wrist and pulled her towards me. Then I grabbed her hair, pulled it back, and kissed her. This was the first of many nights we spent together. But then it happened. She told me she was pregnant. I was confused and said, "But we always use protection. How could this happen?" She said she didn't know either, but I had a suspicion. Maybe after we slept with each other,
This somehow is monetized. I just want to point out, this is making money on YouTube.
she had searched the trash and pulled out my protection. But of course, that's just a suspicion. Anyway, it was hard to tell my parents about the baby. Both of them freaked out, and my dad even wanted to throw Maria out on the streets. I was shocked and said, No, I love her and I want to be her boyfriend.
This is so strange. Okay, it's not like it's a real story. You could fall in love with this girl, it's fine. But the fact that the parents are crazy, they're insane. They're always crazy. They're always crazy. These relate to me because of mine.
She isn't as bad of a girl as you think. I guess my parents were disappointed I wouldn't marry a girl from a good family.
Okay.
But I really didn't care. Maria was a lovely girl and she was carrying my baby.
She got big real fast too, I feel like.
However, in the first few months of our relationship, I learned that we were quite different.
Okay.
I don't want to sound arrogant, but Maria was less educated than me, and I didn't enjoy talking to her much. I still tried to be a responsible dad.
Did it just pop the baby out like that? Like just boom, baby? Like out of nowhere, just a baby pops out. Like it didn't even, didn't just boom, baby. Usually there's like some kind of like, and then she had the baby. Nope, just here, boom.
But when I turned 18, I went to my first party. It was so crazy with all those beautiful girls. I stayed faithful that night and didn't kiss or sleep with another girl, but afterward, I started having doubts about my relationship with Maria. Maybe I wasn't ready for a family.
It's too late for that, buddy. Oh my gosh. Hold up. Time out. I went to the school University of Cincinnati. This is literally Baldwin Hall. This is Baldwin Hall where I went to school in college. This is the engineering building. And this is the building that is literally the exact same building, right? That is the University of Cincinnati campus. Even the exact same roads. Like it literally curves the exact same. I'm sorry. I just did not expect to see my college in one of these videos.
Things got worse when I went to university. There were so many pretty girls, and many of them were flirting with me. I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went to Maria and said, I know you'll be angry, but I want an open relationship. She started crying and said,
wow, that's a brutal thing to say.
No,
when you have a baby.
That's not fair. But I responded, I'm just too young for a serious relationship. I'm sorry. I knew I was a douche because Maria had no choice. She couldn't leave me because she had no money. She was dependent on me. And as horrible as it sounds, I kind of like that because it made me feel powerful. Well, after Maria had given birth, my parents rented us
I'm sorry. I am sorry. That is just crazy. The fact that they actually did that.
A small apartment next to my university where we moved in. But I
this could be my house.
Often,
this could be literally where I live.
and even brought girls home. And yes, I took them into the same bed my girlfriend was lying in.
What?
She would act as if she was asleep most of the time. But one night, I was drunk. Woke her up and asked if she wanted to join us.
This is getting a little too wild
But she
here,
just
folks.
started crying and ran outside.
Oh.
That ruined my mood, and I apologized to her afterward.
That ruined my mood.
Gosh, I knew I was such a jerk, but I still continued. One of my favorite girls I was dating was Mathilde. She was well-educated and funny. I told her I had an open relationship with my girlfriend, and then I asked her if she wanted to move in with us. She was reluctant at first, but finally agreed. It was so awkward when I introduced her to Maria.
Oh, what the heck, man?
I said, Maria.
It's like these people are writing out their fantasies, like what they wish their lives were like or something. I don't know. Like, it's just so weirdly specific with how these things work out, isn't it? Like, aren't they weird? It's just, isn't it uncomfortably weird? I don't know.
This is Mathilde. We've been seeing each other for a few weeks now, and I want her to become part of our relationship.
Maybe this is someone who wanted to work on another website and then didn't get the job, so they're like, all right, we'll do the tame version on YouTube. I don't know, guys, what this is.
I could tell Maria was angry. Of course, she wanted me all for herself. But that wouldn't happen, and a three-way relationship was still better than me breaking up with Maria.
Oh my
Then I pulled both of them close to me, and we all kissed each other.
What?
Gosh, it was one of the most exciting moments of my life. But it got even better afterwards. We also all slept in the same bed, which I loved, but they didn't get along so well and often insulted each other. Their conflict escalated when Mathilde accidentally used Maria's towel. Maria freaked out, and they ended up physically fighting each other wearing short pants on my bed. It sounds terrible, but it aroused me to see.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird. I'm sorry, there's like nothing I can add other than like this is the most, we've seen conjoined twins. We have seen girls with 3 heads. We have literally seen a cannibalism family. This one is the most uncomfortable feeling to me.
Them fight over me. However, I still broke up the fight to make sure no one got hurt. In the end, Maria and I decided it couldn't continue like that.
Where's the baby? Where the whole time? Where's this baby been?
And now my parents are paying her $1,000 each month to rent her own apartment where she raises my daughter.
Okay.
I take care of my daughter on the weekends, and I really enjoy being a dad. But university is more important right now.
Okay, good.
So I can find a good job one day and provide well for both my daughter and Maria.
I mean, that's a wholesome ending, right? He kind of like he has a baby, takes care of her, seems happy in a new relationship. I just think it's a wholesome ending. Also uncomfortable writing, but let's check out the bonus story. Guys, this is the bonus story. You didn't click this video expecting it. Now you're deciding, should I leave or should I stay? You should stay.
A long time
Because we don't know what we're going to get, but this is a great first scene. Bananas.
ago, I found a little baby monkey on the side of the street. His
look
mother
at
was
that.
nowhere around,
What?
so I decided to take him home with me.
What the heck?
We were really poor, so to feed him, I had to starve myself.
Wow.
But he kept growing bigger and bigger,
He's a Pokemon.
meant he
just
needed
evolved.
more and more food. I was getting so thin. I was close to death.
And then he eats the monkey.
And my
Are you about to
mom
eat the monkey?
forced me to let him go.
Wow.
I was crying as I opened the door, and he ran outside. I felt like I had lost a good friend. But after a few hours, I heard a knock at the door. So
How do we go from that to a freaking man with
I
a
opened
pet
it up,
monkey?
and there was my monkey friend again. He was holding 4 bananas and gave one to me, one to my sister, and one to my mom. Of course,
The monkey is coming back. He's the hero we
we
needed.
thanked the monkey and
Yes.
told him to go get more bananas. But this time he came back with 1 papaya and 1 mango.
He's so nice.
We figured he
Oh,
must have
stealing.
stolen them from the market. Well, this went on for several weeks. But one day, he came back with a little gold necklace.
Oh.
It was beautiful. So the next day, I gave it to a girl in my class
Is this real? The monkeys actually like? Do they steal? I think they do, right? I'm pretty sure. This
named
is real.
Ananya. She was even poorer than we were.
Wow.
Her mother had died, so she
Wow.
had to work as a maid for my evil classmate
We got the Maid theme in this book.
Champak after
This
going
show.
to school all day. Champak treated her like a servant. He made her carry his books everywhere. And he loved barking orders at her in front of the whole class.
How do you get a maid in school? What kind of school is you have a maid? Girls couldn't even wear spaghetti straps. You're out here bringing a whole person in?
I put the necklace around her neck, and she looked so beautiful.
Aw.
She gave me a kiss on my cheek
Aw,
and
look at
said,
that.
"Thank
Wholesome.
you."
See, this is
But
what
the
we
next
need, a wholesome
day,
love
she
story.
came back crying.
Oh.
She said Champak took the necklace from her and accused her of stealing it. He was really mean to her about it
Do you notice his heart's doobie fingernails though? I mean, whatever. You know what I meant.
and punished her by making her scrub his room with a toothbrush. I wanted to fight Champak. I wanted to end him. But he was as strong as a grown man. Besides that, his father was
Oh my
powerful
gosh.
and could easily take revenge on my mom and sister. He
Dang,
could have done
what's the father out here doing, man? If he's able to do that, what's his power?
terrible things to them. I was devastated and went home feeling helpless. But then I saw my monkey bring us
Yes!
more bananas.
Bananas!
And that gave me an idea.
Bananas!
I'd
Let's go
train
bananas!
him to steal from Champak's home.
Oh,
Maybe
exciting.
he'd even find some valuable
I'm sorry, he's talking too slow, guys. I gotta speed him up. I can't handle slow speeds here.
stuff to bring me.
There we go.
To train him, I hid a fake golden wristband around our house. Anytime he found it, I rewarded him with a little bit of chocolate. Once the
Oh,
monkey was
nice.
well trained, I took him to Champak's place.
My boy's living in the most modern of modern houses. So modern it doesn't even exist yet. Look how
There was a
modern that
huge
thing
wall
is.
around it, but that was no problem because my monkey friend could climb it easily.
Perfect.
He jumped from the wall onto the house and went in through a window. I didn't see the monkey for several minutes, and then I heard a scream coming from inside the house. I was getting nervous,
Uh-oh.
but then my monkey came back climbing down the wall.
Uh-oh,
And
monkey.
he was carrying a gold
Oh,
necklace with a
jeez.
beautiful stone.
Holy.
He gave it to me, and I stashed it in my pocket. I started running toward home, but my stupid monkey went back inside Champak's house.
He
While
wants
I got
more?
home safely, my monkey didn't make it.
Ew.
The next day, I went back to Champak's house to look for my friend.
Dude, I feel like the jewelry's worth more
There,
than the monkey,
I
bro.
saw a poster. It said, "If you want this monkey, give us back our jewelry." That monkey had been my friend. I loved him very much, and I hated to lose him. But the jewelry he'd given me was worth enough to get Ananya away from Champak's family.
Oh, no.
So my mom and I went to another city to sell the necklace safely. We took the best offer and came home with $60,000 US.
Dang, he did just said, screw the monkey, I'm going for the cash.
That's a huge amount of money in my country. It was enough that my mom and I could buy a small house.
He
We
literally
invited
just
Ananya
chopped
to
the
live with us
monkey
for
out.
free,
No way.
and she seems a lot happier since she became a part of our family.
the monkey.
At last, I want to thank my monkey friend. Thanks to him, we can live a comfortable life.
He just sacrificed his monkey to get a house. Jeez. Awesome stories though today, guys. Hopefully you felt uncomfortable and upset at this last one. If you like this channel, don't forget to subscribe. We post 3 days a week. We just post 3 times. Just subscribe. Okay, bye.